This is a developing conversation and not a confirmed narrative, but we're going to look at what's being reported, what's being claimed, and what the energy reveals. 3 individuals, all connected to Aerospace, all now missing or dead under unusual circumstances. The question isn't what happened, but whether or not these stories are connected or being connected. Welcome to Wicked Wednesdays. I'm Annabelle. I'm a tarot practitioner and psychic for over 35 years. And in this video, we are going to be looking about what everybody is talking about. And it is the missing scientists that are connected with Aerospace and alien exposure. So I'm going to do this in 3 parts because we have 3 really well-advised situations. There are 2 more, so you may get 2 more bonus videos, but these are the strongest. I am kicking it off with retired General William Neil McCasland, age 68, went missing on February 27th, 2026. He left home voluntarily, took his backpack and his phone. He is a hardy outdoorsman. He is very confident in the outdoors. No confirmed explanation has been publicly established for his disappearance. Now, his connection to Aerospace, he was in the Air Force in advanced systems, aerospace exposure likely here. So he operated in spaces where advanced technologies and defense mechanisms will intersect. So a little interesting. We're going to step into a little bit of a remote view for the beginning of this. This isn't to replace facts, but to explore some impressions. So I am going to ask, where is he now? And I do have my trusty Obsidian globe sphere. And this is from Otter Spirit. It is fantastic. At this recording, these, I believe, are out of stock, but they get them in very quickly. You can go onto the website and ask for it, or you can pick yourself up one of the other spheres that they have, or some fantastic jewelry, energetic jewelry for yourself. So let's see. Not doctor. We are calling him retired General McCassland. So let's see, where is he now? And I do think that he is surrounded by some dried grasses. They are waving and kind of a little bit longer. I do feel it's a rugged territory. I'm seeing like trails and rocks and things like that. And it does feel a bit brisk where he is. Do I think that he is alive and walking around? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes. I do think that he is alive and walking around. I do think that he is dipping in and out of a location. Is this voluntary or influenced? There's a certain amount of agency that I am getting around retired General McCassland. I think that he is very much in control of the situation. And I do think that he has another phone, a satellite phone with him. And I'm curious as to why they have not tried to triangulate the cell phone that he has or allegedly had on him when he left. But there is some kind of satellite phone. I am going to step out of my comfort zone, and I am going to say that I do think that this gentleman is in a cave in a rugged and remote area, and that he is well stocked in that cave. Is this something that he was directed to do or something that he has done himself? I'm going to say that I think that he's done this himself. Let's dip in a little bit more. He's not out there because I want to be clear. I don't think that there's a level of despair, or he's not going out there because he's emotionally upset. He is going there to remove the target from his household. That is why he went over there. And he is like kind of camping out in this cave. I do see like a camp bed, and there's some warming devices and things like that. Not a lot of entertainment in there, to be sure. It's not a like souped up, dialed up kind of, underground bunker. It literally is a cave that I believe he's staying in. The opening to this cave is very low to the ground. So one would have to like get down on the ground and kind of pull themselves into this little cave. And I think that is it'd be a great little location for, coyotes, small animals, maybe the size of, house cats and beyond, like, a little bit of a larger desert. And it does feel like desert, I will say that. But in order to get into this cave, it has like it comes down. There's like the hole is down at the bottom. So I would say it's probably that opening is probably about 3 feet wide, probably about 2.5 feet high. Maybe it's a little bit, it feels longer this way than it does taller. So I may have the width on it. Maybe it's a little more than 3 feet, but you would have to kind of, get down on the ground and kind of shimmy in there, and just kind of poke your head up, and there's like an open space in there. And it is just a single space. It's almost like carved out in there. I don't know if that was actually done, but it does feel like it is an open space with no openings. Very, very defensible, and also very, very hidden. I do think that he discovered this on another excursion. So this is obviously a place he's been before, and he was dropping off his items there on a regular basis. He was stashing MREs. He was putting the camp bed in there. The camp bed, it's kind of neat because I think he had to get one that folded like in half, or that had some flexibility so he could get it in there under that little rock overhang. So there is no intention to emerge just yet. There's something about being in contact with a female. I'm not suggesting that there's like any kind of, extracurricular relationship or anything going on, but there's a female that was a ranking officer that he had contact with prior to this. She knows the plan. She seems a little bit younger, and I do wonder if she too has kind of checked out and gone in another direction. This isn't to preserve their knowledge, but it's to preserve themselves, because they are highly targeted because of what they know. And I don't think that there were any overt threats to this individual, but I do think that risk management has shown him that they would come for him in some fashion. It definitely does not feel random. But I don't know if this feels like a very well-formed plan. Correction, I'm going to take that back. I do think that it is a plan, but there's really no, the plan was to get to that location, hole up for a little while, and see what happens from there. Let's use a few cards. We're still going to use the remote view, but we're going to use a few cards as well. So what is his current state? Current state of mind. What's he thinking about? The Tower. He did this to himself. Queen of Cups. He hates that he had to do it. Ace of Coins. Has to protect what's protecting. Six of Coins. This guy is not telling anybody where he's at. The Empress there is our outcome card. And I do understand that this gentleman is married. And I believe that this is a very difficult thing, but I think he was very much afraid that they were going to come and have an accident at the house. Will he be found? Seven of Swords, Four of Swords, potentially. I don't like that Seven of Swords, and I don't like that Four of Swords, because that means that some bad folks are going to come and take care of him. Why was he running? What did he think he needed to run from? Knight of Cups. The people that were kind to him would turn and change. Six of Cups. The Emperor. What did he know? He knows that we are not the ones that are in charge. He knows that they're the ones that are in charge. Is he afraid of the humans or them? Is he afraid of the humans or them? He's afraid of them. He's afraid of them. So this is very interesting. So why don't we do this, guys? We are going to be talking about Monica Rez in just a minute. For you, it's going to be next week. For me, it's going to be just a minute. But if you're a member, you can watch all of these videos at once. And you also get access to members only lives, your own private reading link, and a host of other things. You get early access and private reads and whatnot. But we're going to see what's going on with this. So thank you for your patience. I'm a little late today because we had a scrambly week, but I will see you guys in the future.